Today we return to the kitchen for potato gnocchi with spinach and arugula. And of course our returning favorite, caramelized onions. And then we're also going to add some vibrant color with some tomatoes. And then we're going to bring it all together with some cream cheese. Alright, we got the onions in the pool and now it's time to assault them with the salt. And now you know what we gotta do. We just gotta let them go. We're gonna turn into Elsa and we're just gonna let it go. You guys may be wondering what gnocchi are. They're these neat little fluffy pillows of potatoes that also act like pasta. They're super delicious. They're also really easy to make by hand, but I'm feeling a little lazy, so we got the store-bought kind tonight. But I promise, sometime in the future we will do homemade gnocchi and they will be even better than these. But for now, we're just going to roll with what we got. Look at those beautiful onions coming along. We just got to give them a little quick shake. And then we're just going to let them go again. You know, there's many different ways you can cook these too. You don't always just have to boil them in a deep pot of water. You can also saute them too. They turn out even better that way sometimes. But tonight, we boil. Alright, look at those onions coming along nicely. Well, what's also coming along nicely? The comments, the likes, and the subscribers. We're almost there, guys. We're almost to 30. We just need a few more. Comment down below what you guys think of the channel so far. We're about to give these tomatoes a splitting headache. Alright, maters, time for you to go into the pool. Everybody in. Sizzle reel. Yeah, baby, sizzle. Alright, gnocchi, it's time for you to go swimming. Everybody in. And yes, I'm keeping that in. Because, you know, we're home cooking. Accidents happen. Alright, and now that the gnocchi are in, we're just gonna, well, we're not gonna watch them wait and float, but the neat trick with these, when they're done, they're gonna float right up to the top. So, we'll check back when they're floating. And look at that, ladies and gentlemen. They're rising to the top. Just like gnocchi should. We're going to wait a little bit longer for the rest of them to rise up. And then we're going to add them to the pan. We're going to kill the heat. Drop in some cream cheese. And then our spinach and arugula. But first we got to let these finish rising to the top. Alright, look at that, ladies and gentlemen. The gnocchi are in. And now it's all coming together. Stand by for the cream cheese. Alright, now look at our delicious gnocchi and tomatoes and onions. But now for the pièce de résistance. It's time to add the spinach and arugula. We got 1. And 2. Don't worry, it looks big now, but it's going to shrink from the residual heat. And then we'll see you when we plate. And you thought I was up. You gotta hit it with the BAM! BAM! Some Parmesan! You gotta give us some Parmesan to seal the deal. And now we're plated. In a few moments, we'll go to our taste tester in the field.
Sitting up.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're live in the field with our taste tester. Here she goes for the first bite. Does it slap or is it capping out of here? We got the thumbs up and the head nod, but does it slap, ladies and gentlemen?
It slaps.
Alright, you heard it here first, folks. The gnocchi slaps. And just like that, we're going to go later, Tater.